That's right, YouTube world, I'm back. Nightmare 10 is back with a video, and I know you're happy, I know you're excited, I know what you're wondering right now what that video title means. Well, I'm going to tell you what that video title means right now. It says, admit the hate. Admit the hate. What this video is simply about, well, like I just said, it's simple. Tim Tebow. That's right. All you thought this video was about one thing and wasn't another thing, whatever. But it's about Tim Tebow. And people's hate for Tim Tebow more than him himself. Tebow himself. Don't want this to go too long. I can ramble on and on and on and on and on and on and on about Tebow. I will constantly defend this guy. And first off, let me just tell you why I will defend this guy until the day that I die. Or I will defend this guy until he's not defendable anymore. Let's put it that way. Or in my eyes now, not in the viewer's eyes. And my shirt is dirty, but you guys will get over it. Here's the thing. The guy's a great guy. No one can argue that at all. You have no argument against that. He's a good Christian guy. Me being a believer myself, I love to see a guy in the spotlight like that, and he's not using it, to get him anywhere. It's clearly, he didn't invent Tebow. He just bent down and then the craze started. So, and he even admitted, he's not trying to plug it. He's not trying to say anything. He's like, it's great that people are doing whatever they're doing, but I never intended it that way. And then the guy on the football field. Everyone apparently forgets this guy from Florida. They apparently forget that he's probably, if not the best player in college football history. Now that is saying big. There's a lot of people that he will have to compete with. Do I think that he's the best? Best that I've seen in my lifetime. I really don't think there's one that dominated college football like he did. He dominated it. It's that simple. And he dominated the best conference in college football. So, proof is in the pudding. So, that's why I like it. The guy wins. The guy wins the games. He wins the games. And I'm not saying that he is the reason they win every game. But the point is, the man has that team playing like they haven't played before. And I know you're going to make the argument, well, they played the Packers, the Chargers. I believe they also played the Raiders, three of the teams. That's the three of their losses. And they went 1-4 under Kyle Orton. And I got you. You're right about the Packers. Chargers, not so much. Phillip Rivers is kind of like having had his worst year yet to this date. He leads the league in interceptions, or at least did last week. So, and I'm rambling. This is going to go on forever. I know this video is going to be longer than I want it to be. But let's go anyways. Let's move on to the fact that I'm making this video in the first place. As you can see, I'm calm. I'm very calm about this because I don't want to be mad about this. I don't want to come on here and make a video. I've denied making this video countless times. Or not denied it. I've not wanted to do it. And quite frankly, I'm struggling to do it here because people just don't. They're not understanding it. They're not understanding my point. They're not understanding the significance of Tebow and why he is so, I guess, praised, you want to say. I hate using that word as far as when it comes to him. But let me just get to the hate thing. You guys know why I like him. I mean, I've stated enough about that. That's not what this video is about. If you want to know more of why I just like the guy as a NFL player and as a guy in general off the field. And what he does with his time on the field. Here's the thing. How the video meant to hate. There are people out there that will argue Tebow to death and why he's not a successful quarterback and why he can't win in the NFL and why he's going to eventually fail and why this and why this and why that. And their reasoning is because so many people put him on a pedestal he doesn't deserve to be on. Newsflash to anyone that thinks that. He's the quarterback. The quarterback gets all of the hate, and the quarterback gets all of the love. It just happens. Defense has to speak for themselves. Analysts will talk about defense and all of the aspects of the game. But when it comes down to it, they still say it's a quarterback league. Wake up and smell the coffee, people. It is a quarterback league. I don't have to say that but once. I mean, I don't need to say that a million times. My point with that is, if it's a quarterback league, he does deserve the credit, as well as he does deserve the hate. In the extent of the fact that he's the quarterback and he deserves any criticism he gets for that game that if they lose. If they win, he deserves the bulk. Quote me there. The bulk of the credit. Does he deserve all of the credit? No, he does not deserve it all. That Broncos defense is playing unreal, lights out defense right now. They deserve all the credit as far as defensive wise and keeping them in games. And with the defense the way they play, Tebow doesn't have to go out there and throw for 400 yards. He doesn't have to go out there and throw for 300 yards. I think the thing to go along with that is that people think, because of the league being so offensively driven, you can win in this league if you have a great offense and a horrible defense. Green Bay Packers, New Orleans Saints, and New England Patriots are the 3 worst defenses in the league. And I'm a fan of the Patriots, a freak of the Patriots. 3 best teams in the league, arguably. I know some may have Ravens and Steelers above the Patriots, but 3 of the best. Let's say it that much. 3 of the best teams in the league have the worst defenses in the league, statistically. 31st and 32nd, I believe it's Saints, Packers, Patriots against the pass. I think it might be just against the pass. So there you go. It is a offensive-driven league. You have 3 of the worst defenses. 1 team's undefeated, and the other 2, I believe the Saints have 3 losses. They could have 4. I don't know. I don't follow the Saints enough to know that. Which is sad. I know. I just can't think of it off my head. Patriots are 10-3. So I mean, it's hilarious. It's hilarious how people want to be like, well, mention the defense, mention the running back. No one's discounting them. No one. Forget the freaks and the crazies out there that never mention both sides. And that goes for both sides as well, as far as the extremes on the right that hate, and never mention him anything good about him. And then the same that never mention anything bad about the guy. Let me just flat out say, Tim Tebow's accuracy is horrible. I'm not denying that. It is horrible. But at times, and this is why it's so promising, at times Tim Tebow throws like he is hitting everything and can't miss. Usually it's late in the game, and usually they're in the game. I agree. Elements have come together. Marion Barber ran out of bounds. Matt Prater kicked a 59-yard field goal, also kicked another 50-yard plus to win the game. I'm not saying Tim Tebow is going out there and winning games all by himself, to where he could have little leaguers play with him and he'd win the games. He'd probably surprise you. Anyways, but let me just say, Tim Tebow is a winner. And I don't want to quote Skip Bayless, because that's basically what he says he wins. All the kid does is win. But it's true. The guy has a heart. The guy has a passion for the league. You cannot deny that. You have no element to prove against that. That he doesn't have that mentality. He doesn't have that passion. You can see him at the end of the games. And the point is, he's got a management that doesn't believe in him. You can sit there right now and say that they don't. I believe even if he won a Super Bowl, they would still not believe in him. And that is a direct quote from me, because it will happen. I'm not saying the Broncos win the Super Bowl. I'm saying that if they did, they probably would still try to make a trade or something, or draft a quarterback, or they wouldn't be confident in him. And the point is, look at games. The Jets game is the first one that pops in my head. The Jets game, Tim Tebow was down. The Broncos are down 3 points. What did the Broncos do? What does management do? What does John Fox do? Comes out and runs the ball 3 straight times. Not with Tebow. 3 straight times with a running back. 3 and out. Boom, kicks it against the Jets, who are notably run-stopping team. say whatever you want about their defense all of a sudden sucking because the Broncos beat them. I'm not even going to go on that factor. I could. I really could. I might have to break this in 2 parts. I don't know. I don't like people making long videos, so I'm going to keep going. But the point is that the hate has just gotten so hard. It's so high. And I will agree. The praise for Tim Tebow, or the love for Tim Tebow, is up. But I think that they're both at the levels they are because of each other, of the opposite side. The love of Tim Tebow and the praise and the support of Tim Tebow is so high because so many people hate the guy just to hate him. Or they just hate the guy. He's not a bad guy. They don't have that reason to go by. They don't understand why he's winning games. And they don't understand how he can come back the way he does in certain games. Not all games. Not the Bears game. Not some people might not would call the Vikings game, to each his own. But multiple games. Jets games, he came back and won. Chargers game, he did this. Chargers game late was kind of whack. So I'm not going to say that he did it there, but he has countless comebacks. He does. He managed the Chiefs game. It was ugly. Not a lot of points. Didn't pass a lot. But he managed. But if you watch Broncos games, the point is, not all the time, but a lot of the times they just don't call the right plays. When he's under shotgun, I would love to see the percentage. And if I'm wrong, I will gladly come on here and admit that I'm wrong. But I would love to see the percentage of the shotgun plays he's playing and how accurate he is versus under center. And I know, if you're a quarterback, you got to know how to do both. But I'm just saying, work towards his strengths, and I don't think the Broncos are totally working towards his strengths. And I'm not going to blame Broncos management if they lose a game or if he throws the last game-winning, game-losing or whatever interception in the playoffs. But the thing is, I'm on here and I'm going to tell you right now, I will admit I am a huge Tebow fan. I try not to be ridiculous about it. I'm letting you know that stats, they're stats. They're numbers you can look at, but numbers don't win rings. Papers don't win rings. Go tell that to LeBron James. Tell that to Dan Marino. That's for that sport. I don't know about in baseball who hasn't won a ring yet. I guess Pujols before he won. But the point is, I understand your stats, but the people that are praising him aren't praising him for his stats. So if you hate him, you can't bring up stats. You can't bring up stats when the people like me are praising the guy or saying that the guy is, I'm not praising him, but they're huge fans of the guy and they're not fans of him because of his stats. They're not fans of him because of his stats. So anyways, my point is, admit that you hate him. If you go out and you root against him every week, if you want to see the guy fail, if you want to see this guy do nothing but suck so bad that people can't love him anymore and people they'll have no excuse but to say, he just doesn't have it, I was wrong. Multiple things. If that is you say it with me, you hate Tim Tebow. It's not, you don't like the guy. It's not, I don't think he's a good quarterback. You hate the guy. Stephen A. Smith, a guy that's not even a Tebow supporter, went back and forth with Skip Bayless. He said, you're an idiot, you're stupid. Tim Tebow is not the guy you think he is. Last week, what did he say? I give up. I give up. Somehow, this guy causes people to play different and causes people to panic. He made Marion Barber. I'm not saying it was Tebow by himself, but for some reason, was it Marion Barber? For some reason, I don't think Marion Barber. Maybe it was, yeah. Marion Barber ran out of bounds. Gave him 40 extra seconds on the clock. What happens? Tebow sets him up for a 59-yard field goal, overtime, and then they go, he fumbled in overtime. They had to win. The Broncos were going to get that loss. Everyone was going to get the loss they wanted. But here's the thing. One more thing I'm going to add to that point. If you say Tebow is not winning these games, you got to go to the whole other perspective and say this, that he's not losing these games. I believe now the stat is not important. The stat's not there anymore because He has he threw an interception in the Bears game and they won. But prior to that, or even with that, he has 1 turnover. He might have fumbled in the Bears game too. Don't get me wrong. I think he did fumble. Yeah, he did fumble, and I think he lost it. So that's 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers in the 7 wins that he has this season. 2 turnovers. Before the Bears game, he had 0 turnovers. There's a stat for you, stat people. Show me a stat. Oh, well, he just doesn't hit the targets. Someone told me that. He just doesn't hit the target, so that's why he doesn't throw interceptions. Get out of here. Get out of here right now. You're making excuses because you hate the guy. It's that simple. I'm not making up excuses for Tim Tebow because of the fact that I like him and I think he's an awesome player. And that he's a winner. I'm not making up excuses. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is he has game-winning drives. The proof is he gets better late in the games. There's your proof. That's not sugarcoating it. That's not saying you can't say that he doesn't throw an interception because you can't. Shut up. Just drop it right now. And admit you're a Tebow hater. Look, I'm going to tell you right in the camera right now how to do it. I hate, and hate is a strong word. I strongly dislike. I'm going to use hate because I'm telling you to admit the hate. I hate LeBron James. There, I said it. It's out there. It's been out there since day one. Well, when he was Cleveland, of course, liked him. But ever since then, is the reason why I've hated him. I have reasons to hate him. People, in my opinion, don't have reasons to hate Tim Tebow. But you always have it. You can hate him or you can love him. But admit you hate the guy. I love Tim Tebow. Admitting it. I hate LeBron James. I hate Kobe Bryant. I hate Peyton Manning. But you know what? Peyton Manning is a freaking beast. LeBron James is a freaking beast. Kobe Bryant is a freaking beast. Calm down, calm down. I already know you're jumping out your seat because you think I'm comparing Tim Tebow to Peyton Manning or Tim Tebow to Kobe Bryant and LeBron James in their perspective of a sport. I'm not. I'm saying I'm comparing the love and the hate factor. If you I hate LeBron because I root against him anytime he plays. Anytime he plays, I hope the guy loses. Do I hope he gets hurt? No, I never hope anyone gets hurt. And if you do, you're a sick, sick soul that needs help. I root for Tim Tebow the same way I root against LeBron James. It's just something I do. Do I hope LeBron James goes out there and gets hurt, goes out there and does something off the field? No, I don't. Will I care? I may not care, but I don't want the guy to get hurt. I don't. So don't even go there where you think, oh, you hate the guy, so you watch him get hurt. No, I don't. Not a single player. I hate seeing people get hurt in games against the Patriots, against anybody that I watch that I like to, that I want to win. It's just, I would rather than beat them straight up or lose straight up than have to beat a team that's injured. A win is a win, but that's just how it is. I don't like to see people get hurt. Anyway, I know this video is long, but I'm going to put it up anyway. Face the facts. If you hate him, and the elements are there, I can find you right now. Go ahead, come on, comment on the video, make a response, and prove why you don't like, why Tebow sucks, and you're not a hater. You can say Tebow sucks, and still, you don't have to say he's a successful quarterback. I have a friend that, while I get the border, sometimes I think he's a hater, but I have a friend that shows me why he doesn't think Tebow is the better quarterback. But he shows that. But the thing is, the people that just show why he's not the top dog, and why he's or not the top dog, but why he's not a great quarterback, or a great player in general. No one's even saying that. But why people are just saying that. I lost my train of thought. Completely lost my train of thought. But they're not giving any reason of why he could be or why he's doing things right. They're not giving the opposite side. I'm giving the opposite side. The dude can't throw sometimes. I mean, the majority of the time he can't throw. But late in games he just gets that click, and there are some points in games, depending on the plays, that the dude is accurate. I mean, the dude didn't just lose accuracy in Florida. They're trying to change his arm, and that's the dumbest thing you can ever do. It ruined Vince Young. They tried to... When he played, what did he do? He won! He won games. They're letting little elements of Tebow come out, and he's winning games. Or they're winning games. As a whole, they're winning games. Not to mention, let me just go ahead and get this out here. Willis McGahee is a beast. I mean, I've gave Prater props. I've gave McGahee props. I've gave that defense props. Von Miller is a freaking beast. Champ Bailey, welcome back. I mean, you didn't go anywhere, but welcome back to people actually caring about you again. Revis, you should take notes. Take notes. Alright, I'm done. If this video is over 20 minutes, I don't know if it is. It's probably nowhere. I never guess right, so hopefully it'll be lower than that. If it's lower than 20 minutes, we're gonna kick it out in one video. If it's 20 minutes, we're gonna or greater, we're gonna put it in two. This could have been an hour. I really don't know how long to talk. No, it's not an hour, but or is it? Anyways, point is, if you hate the guy, admit it. If you can't say anything positive about the guy, you hate him. If you can't say anything good about him, you love him. I mean, bad about him, you love him. Yeah, anyways, I'm ranting long enough. It's late. Got work in the morning. You know how that goes. I promise to get some more videos out. I really do. I don't know. I'm just busy with church. I mean, I'm just going to be there, completely honest. I'm not going to hide anything. I'm very active in my church now again, which is really good. Which, by the way, just want to go ahead and get this out there. If you have any prayer requests, feel free to say them down there. I will gladly say a prayer for anyone, anything. It doesn't matter, as long as it's not hurtful towards someone else or anything like that. You know, I'll pray in a certain way that, you know, it's not gonna, you know, be hurtful for anyone, because I'm not gonna pray, you know, that somebody gets hurt or pray for whatever. But yeah, I'll pray for you. What else is there? Just know that, I mean, I'm not gonna hide my faith on here. I'm not gonna do it. There are past videos, just so people they can go ahead and start this. There are past videos where I do cuss. There are past videos where I have flipped the bird, I believe, and some other things. Said some things that I'm not proud of, but I'm not going to delete them because they're there. That's my history. That's my past, and my past is behind me because God has fixed that. God has. I've laid my burdens down for that. So, you know, and He's taking care of them. You know, He's on my back. He's got me. He's my homie. He's my savior. I mean, that's just how it really rolls. So that's it. Wrestling videos, just haven't had much to talk about. WWE 12, awesome game. Go get it if you love creating things, arenas, superstars, entrance videos. That's a cool little new thing this year. You should check it out. Go get the game. It's worth it. And then their downloadable packs that are coming out are worth it as well. Batista, Mick Foley, finally Macho Man. Maybe we'll get him in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, as far as WrestleMania, I just thought of this. I don't know. I really don't know if I'm going to make it, but we'll see. Dark Knight Rises, awesome. Go see Mission Impossible 3. Go see Sherlock Holmes and go see the trailer. There's bootlegs out there. If you had to find the bootleg, go get the bootleg. If you're cheap, can't go to a movie, whatever. But go get the prologue and then support them. So, anyway, I've watched the bootleg a million times. Shout out to whoever got me the prologue. You know who you are. You're not watching this video, but that's it. I'm done. I hope this worked. I'm using my mom's camera because, yeah, my flip cam has gone to... Alright, that's it. That's all I can really say, and God bless, and just, hey, live life to the fullest. Admit the hate. Admit the hate, homies. I'm out, Holmes. Peace.